Hello everyone, I hope you are all doing well and thank you for stopping by today. It's me, Virginia from Jupiter Arts Crafts, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm so excited to share a flip through of this new Ruby and Pearl XO design team project for Ruby Tuesday, and as you can see it's a ocean themed journal which I have been wanting to do for the longest time. So before I start with the flip through, I just want to share quickly some of the junk paper and stuff that I have used in this creation, because that's why I truly enjoy making junk journals. It's because of using all this stuff that would have gone to waste. So I have the junk envelopes. For the base of the cover, I use cardboard, a thick cardboard from paper pads, and I use particularly this brown mailer envelope, and of course my favorite brown paper packaging, and fabrics from torn and worn clothings, and of course bits and bobs of everything that I could think of that would be fitting for this journal that I have repurposed. As you can see, I think I have just set aside an ephemera pack filled with lots of ephemeras that I have created alongside to go with this journal. So as you can see, here's the book. I think I'm showing you the cover with the closure and how it looks on the top and the bottom. And by the way, this is a lap book. So I have created a sturdy closure instead of something flimsy, because I wanted something stronger to hold it together. But I do love that sari silk, so at the end of it I attach it. And I've made this by a mix of hand and machine stitching, and I stitched by hand some of those ephemeras that I see, or I think would mimic some of the little treasures that we would find in the seashore. And that closure took me a while to make because of the hand stitching. So this cover, I hand painted it with acrylics, and I love to paint. Before I was journal making, I was painting with acrylics and watercolor, and I had always wanted to put Heather's digitals in the covers, and I figured out another way of incorporating her beautiful printables in the cover. So after painting the seascape, I decoupaged these images, and these images are from the Seaside Dreams and By the Sea, and I had printed it in thin onion skin papers. And by the sea, the sand area, I put in some tactile elements, which are sea glasses and small shells. So this is part of the lap book, the spine, and I didn't want to stitch through the image that is from the regular spine on the left side, so I had created the journal part on the right side, and I used the French link and kettle stitching. So let's get ahead with the flip through. And what finally pushed me into making this journal was when Heather released her 3 blue and green digitals more recently, which really are not sea-themed journals, but the colors of it truly inspires me with the colors of the sea and the sky. So going ahead, this is part of the lap book. This image I'm showing in here is from the Seaside Dreams, and she has like several of those images with paintings. Looks like watercolor paintings, but it could be something else, but I use up most of those images throughout the journal. And this flip here, which is kind of like a tuck spot pocket, is I made that from the three of the digitals, the Lille, blue and green letters, and the French letters in blue and green. And aside from those three, the main digitals in here are the Seaside Dreams and By the Sea. So this image is from By the Sea image. And if I'm not able to mention what the other kits are from, I'll try to write it down in the description box. So on this side of the flip out or the lapbook, I used the junk mail envelopes with the glassine windows. I love using those. I could have made it out of acetate, but because the glassines are fragile, but I really love it. And of course, I wanted to make use of the junk and make it into something beautiful. So these are from some of the wallpapers. I think I used one specific wallpaper kit in this, alongside with the other patterns and florals from the 5 major kits. Some of the ephemeras I created in this journal are inspired by Heather of Rose Hill Paper Cottage, and you saw me pointing out her beautiful handmade papers that I always use whenever I make major journals, big journals like this, and you can see some of them, more of them later. Okay, on this next part of the lap book is a flip out with this brown paper envelope mailer that I had covered with this image from the Seaside Dreams. I love this image. I have actually already created a journal with this image on the cover before, and I put a little fishing rod charm in there with a fish, and I'm trying to protect the glassine. That's why I was hiding it. I put a little bit of embossed brown paper where I kind of like ripped the packaging, and there's a little tuck in there and a big pocket that I had stuffed with embossed brown paper that I had hand painted with watercolor. I love doing that because I love the texture. It's not the best watercolor effect as it would have been in a regular watercolor paper, but it's good enough. So in here, throughout the journal, I have used samples. She has a kit also that sea creatures themed, and I purchased that. I have plans to do another project with that in the future, but I picked the page with all quotes, and I tried to use it throughout the journal. So here I am flipping through with those 3 flip outs with tucks and pockets. And those images are from the Seaside Dreams. I didn't show what's inside of the pockets. I just want to leave it a surprise for whoever will get this journal. There's an image from the Lille, and I had put a little bit of embossed brown paper that kind of like mimics the sea waves and kind of like a fishnet. And in this center piece, I put in the green floral patterns from the Lille, which I framed with die cut from another wallpaper image. So there goes that one section, and the middle spine I made several pocket flips out of junk mail envelopes with the glassine windows, and I stuffed each of the pocket with a journaling card tags with images from the two sea themed kits. And the prints I use in this are the letters, the current letters, and I think there's a few or one of them from the old French documents that she had, which is blue or green in color. Those tags were a little tight in the space, so after I did the recording of this, I cut them a little bit so it will tuck in smoother. And I probably have pointed out I used some of Rose-Hill Paper's handmade envelopes also. So behind the tags, I printed it with tea lace, the tea-stained laces from Ruby and Pearl's kit, and I collaged it with a little bit of the scraps of some of the papers I used throughout the journal. There, I think. And for I also made a closure for this little section with a little twine, and I sewed in mother of pearl button with a little flap from some scraps from this papers and stuff in there. Yeah, that's what I am showing right now. Okay, moving on. So this is the fabric cover that is seashell themed also, and I have this little section which I call the centerpiece because I have some tactile features in here. It's good. Sari silk is so pretty. The color of it just goes with the color theme of this journal. I was showing about this image, which is another beautiful image from the Seaside Dreams that is in the same print as the other one on the left hand. I use another one of Sample's coat in there, and it opens up, flips out, and on this where I'm showing are French letters, authentic letters, but we could easily do this with Heather's printables. She actually has a video of that aging documents. But those that I have put in here are authentic ones. I have an image of the swallow, which I think I used in the cover also, because I was experimenting with the size that I should print it to fit the cover. So I have that one and I put it in there because and this image is from a wallpaper. It's wallpaper number 4. It kind of like mimics the seaweed or like the coral, and I love it. And there's a little pink rose, and there's a swan image from the Seaside Dreams, and this image is so dreamy, so added it in here, and it flips out. I backed it with a vellum painted with watercolor. This image is so pretty as well with the ladies. So dreamy. Wouldn't anyone want to do that? Play with the swans in the sea. Folds over, flips open. This is from her later wallpaper kit, number 34. And I was supposed to add that pocket flip, but I forgot, so I just left it in there. And this is from the 3 blue and green kits, which was actually the first ephemeras I created before I even create the journal. And I printed those images a couple more times because it kind of like mimic the seaweeds. I didn't glue it, so I'll just leave it for whoever gets this to decide what to do with that. So down here I have a little mesh kind of like it mimics a net, fishing net, and I had folded over so there's a little part that's not glued, and I stuffed it with some of the sea glass and seashells, and outside I had glued down some. And I have this scallop seashell, which I find truly special, and added it there. I had a little pearl in there, and I didn't want to glue the pearl. I want it to be tactile, so kind of like a ready-made pearl, which I attach with a lobster claws, so it can be removed. And then the other part of the shell, I used handmade paper, which I embossed with scallop shell also, because it would be too bulky to put in 2 shells in there. So I hope this stays together, but it would be easy to glue it down if just in case something comes off. So on the journal part of the lap book, which is this part, the last part, I have not decorated this as much, so it would be like a selection of beautiful papers. So there's gonna be a lot of journaling space in there, but there's a lot of ephemeras that I have prepared with this, which I'll probably show a sneak later on. I used samples, quotes throughout the journal. So if whatever images is there that are not from Heather's shop, they are authentic book pages, ephemeras, and magazine pages. So I'll just leave the rest of the flip through with music, so you don't have to listen to me blabbering about the stuff. So I hope you enjoy the rest of it. I think I'll pick in back later with the ephemera kit. I thought I'd come back here and explain. I have this at the end of the book. I put in this image from La Luna for it has a night poem because kind of representing the sky at night time. Because a lot of what contributes to the color of the ocean is the sky as well. That's why I have included the blue skies in here. So, and actually this journal cover, I had made it a while back. I was supposed to create a celestial journal with it, but I decided to use it now when I had all these ideas. I thought I would be fitting. And this is an image from the sea, by the sea, I believe. So I guess that's the end of the lap book. And I think I am gonna try showing the spread, but I'm not sure if it fits in the screen. So I had enjoyed so much working with this journal. I put in a lot of time and work in this, so it's really truly special journal. So I hope you'll find a new home. And I think I have oh yeah, so one other thing that I wanted to add into the journal is an image of the sun, but I can't find an image of the sun. I found this image from I think it's from the blue and green letter. So I usually make writing boards when I make a journal, and I backed it with this image is from the Le Femme. The Le Femme kit is so pretty as well. I always check it out when I create a themed journal because there's so much to find in there. And since I don't have the sun image, I found this very old folder, the only one that's really bright yellow, and I use it as a backing to make the writing board sturdy. So that's the journal, and I guess I have a little showing a little pic of this ephemera pack, which was inspired by also Heather of Ruby and Pearl from her latest video. But I incorporated Cynthia from, I think her name's I know her name but I can't pronounce it. Jacinthe Journals, and I've been watching her videos, also going through it. So I added her take on this, so this became a 2 envelope, and I packed it with a lot of ephemeras. And like what I said, a lot of the ephemeras I created in here are inspired by Heather of Rose Hill Paper. I'll put in their information in the description below, but I know for sure you guys know them all. And I also enjoyed using, I like making envelopes as ephemera packs, but I made them before with just simply opening up the envelope and covering them with digitals or other interesting paper. But this time with Heather and Cynthia's video, I was able to recreate it with more flips and tucks. So again, I'll leave you guys with the music. I'm not going through all of the ephemeras. I want them to be for whoever will get this journal to see the rest of the ephemeras. All these ephemeras can be used in the journal, or can be used with other projects. And as you can see, it's not much sea themed. I just made it a little bit more general. So thank you for watching through. If you're still here with me, I know this is a very long video. I'll try to cut down my videos next time, and probably just do a no talking video, because that's it's really hard for me. And then voiceover is also hard when I'm trying to explain the stuff. So hopefully you guys you enjoyed this video. And again, thank you so much for your time. I hope you all have a wonderful day, or wonderful evening, or afternoon. And if you haven't yet, I would appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel, or like the video as well. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much again.